Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live in the city of Memphis, state of Tennessee, in the county sheriff. And today is early Monday morning of February the 9th, 2015, and the time 1:55 a.m. And my day-to-day video yesterday, which would be Sunday, February the 8th, 2015. I want to first say thank you to all my fans and support for your continued encouragement and your support. And as always, I keep my fans, my support informed. I continue to keep myself employed at a company right here in the city of Memphis, the state of Tennessee, in the county sheriff, called Ameripride, right there on the corner of Vance Avenue and Walnut Street. I continue to further my education at Monroe College Online, pursuing my associate's degree, studying business administration with a concentration in marketing, and also about this legal matter that I've been having, that about this One Sound Studio. As you know, they had emailed some pictures that I had taken, and I am gonna upload those pictures. And I've been working and trying to stay caught up with my schoolwork. So, but I am gonna upload those pictures, and I'm still trying to get the other pictures that they had, and also trying to get the video that I made in the booth. And I'm still in contact with my attorney, and I'm working on getting this music video from this little guy that his company, Wicked Films, and but they ain't got away with nothing, so my attorney's on top of that. But in the meantime, we're gonna continue with African traditional religion, West African traditional religion. And as I informed all my fans of my support yesterday, I already had some books on order, and some of them already came. And I got two other books from Dr. John S.M. Beatty that's on the way. I already ordered those two, but they just haven't came yet. And I also got the book that I've been wanting to get. I got it on order from Dr. Joseph Omasede Layla, West African Traditional Religion is on the way. But in the meantime, as I informed you yesterday, I already got this book. West African Traditional Religion by T.N.O. Kwarkapone. T.N.O. Kwarkapone, West African Traditional Religion. And also got this book, West African Traditional Religion, Kofi Asari Opoku, West African Traditional Religion, Kofi Asari Opoku. But right now, we're going to go back to the National Open University of Nigeria online courseware, and I like to encourage each and every one of you that are listening, get in contact with the National Open University of Nigeria and get all the information you can about enrolling at that institution. But also, in Sub-Saharan Africa, there are other institutions of higher learning. Get in contact with those institutions and get all the information you can and see about attending those schools, enrolling in those schools, including myself. So I'm not excluding myself, including myself. So let's go to the National Open University of Nigeria online coursework. as we talked about on yesterday's video and previous videos about culture. Now the Afro-Asiatics, they had their culture. The Nilo-Saharans, they had their culture. The Khoi San, the click consonant speakers, the Khoi people and the San people, they had their culture. They had their philosophy and their culture, you know what I'm saying? Their traditions and so on and so on, all these different groups. The Afro-Asiatics, they had their culture and their society and their philosophy. The Nilo-Saharans, they had their culture, they had their philosophy. They have a society. The Khoi people, the San people, they have a culture, they have a philosophy, they have a society that they live in. The Austronesians, they have their culture, they have their philosophy, they have their society. The Niger Congo, we have a culture, we have a philosophy, we have a society that we live in. So when you look on the National Open University of Nigeria online course, when you see all these courses, and when you see Judaism, you see Christianity, and you see that Islam, the secret society, the Freemasons. When you read the Bible, who you reading about? You're not reading about the Niger Congo. You're reading about the Afro-Asiatic. When you talk about Abraham, he came from the Chaldees, the land of Earth. You're talking about the Aramaics. And who are the Aramaics? The Aramaics are Semites. And who are the Semites? The Semites are Afro-Asiatic. What about the story in the book of Genesis? See, that's the Afro-Asiatic. See, that's their culture, the alphabet and numbers. See, I ain't leave numbers out. I haven't left numbers out by no means. So when you see the information on the online coursework, don't forget Niger Congo, A and B have a culture. The Afro-Asiatic, they have their culture. The Nilo-Saharan, they have their culture. The Khoi San people, they have the culture. The Austronesian people, they have their culture. And like we were talking about yesterday about a line. See that circle? See that circle? See, to certain groups of people, to the Afro-Asiatic, you know what they represent? They represent the sun. They'll draw a line, they'll start getting on their hands and knees, putting their forehead on the ground. To the Nilo-Saharan, they see a circle. It's a possibility they'll say the same thing. They worshiping the sun. But we Niger Congo, the Khoi San, when they see this circle, see, when the Austronesians, they draw a circle. See, they start worshiping. You Niger Congo. See, the Niger Congo, and you see the sun, see the moon, the stars, colors. See, National Open University, Nigeria, online coursework, Religion and Society, CTH 001, Introduction to the Study of Religion, CTH 003, Introduction to Philosophy, CTH 009, Philosophy and Religion, CTH 043. Introduction to Phonetics and Phonology, FRE 022. Introduction to Linguistics 1, LIN 111. Introduction to Linguistics 2, LIN 112. Introduction to Sociology, CSS 111. Introduction to Psychology, CSS 121. Then you got types of theology, CTH 122. Introduction to Philosophy, CTH 131. Introduction to African Traditional Religion, CTH 192. Introduction to the Study of Religion, CTH 173. Religion and Society, CTH 151. Philosophy of Religion, CTH 233. Language and Society, ENG 251. Introduction to Sociology 1, NSS 217. Sociology of Religion, CTH 352. Introduction to Semantics, ENG 331. Introduction to Applied Linguistics, ENG 351. Introduction to Sociolinguistics, ENG 355. African Traditional Religion and Culture, CTH 491. Multilingualism, ENG 454. Psycholinguistics, ENG 491. Religious Dialogue, CTH 704. Systematic Theology, CTH 705. Old Testament Theology, CTH 715. Then they got Liberation and Feminist Theologies, CTH 709. Pastoral Theology, CTH 722. New Testament Theology, CTH 724. Theology of African Traditional Religion, CTH 792. And you can study interreligious dialogue, CTH 803. Then you have African traditional religious mythology and cosmology, CTH 821. It's an 800 level. And again, that's African traditional religious mythology and cosmology, CTH 821. Now, now that's the National Open University Nigeria School of Arts and Social Science. Then they also have School of Science and Technology, School of Agricultural Sciences, School of Education, School of Law, School of Management Sciences. So for all those listening, including myself, get in contact with the National Open University of Nigeria. Get all the information you can about enrollment in, at their institution, and also other institutions of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa. We're gonna go back to the languages of Africa, starting with the Afro-Asiatic. Afro-Asiatic language family includes the following branches: the Semitic, the Omatic, the Egyptian, the Cushitic, the Chadic, and the Berber. So we're gonna start with the Semitic, right? The Semitic language are a language family originating in the Middle East with 470 million people across the Western Asia, North Africa, and Horn of Africa, and in North America and Europe. It constitutes a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family, and they are Arabic, Amharic, Hebrew, Tigrinya, and Aramaic. I'm gonna start with Hebrew. Hebrew is a West Semitic language of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Hebrew belongs to the Canaanite group of languages. Canaanite languages are a branch of the Northwest Semitic family of languages. The Canaanite languages are a subfamily of the Semitic languages, which was spoken by the ancient peoples of the Canaan region. The Canaanites include the Israelites and the Phoenicians. And then the Amorites, Ammonites, the Moabites, and the Edomites. Now, Punic is a dialect of the Phoenician. And Phoenician is extinct, Punic is extinct, uh, Ammonite is extinct, Moabite is extinct, Edomite is extinct, Biblical Hebrew is extinct, Tiberian Hebrew, Mizrahi Hebrew, Yemenite Hebrew, Sephardi Hebrew, Ashkenazi Hebrew, Mishnaic Hebrew, Medieval Hebrew, Heschali Hebrew, Modern Hebrew, Israeli Hebrew, Ancient Samaritan Hebrew, Samaritan Hebrew. Now that was the Hebrew. Then we're gonna go to Arabic. Arabic is a Central Semitic language. Uh, Arabic belongs to the Afro-Asiatic family, and Arabic designates three variants: Classical Arabic, Modern Standard Arabic, and Colloquial or Dialectical Arabic. Now that was Arabic. Amharic is a Semitic language spoken in Ethiopia. Second most spoken Semitic language in the world after Arabic, and the official working language of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Is reading from left to right using the Amharic Fidel. Ethiopian Semitic languages. And we know that the Amharic uh, language being studied by the Rastafarians religious movement, because the Emperor Haile Selassie first of back in the 1960s made a trip to Jamaica, to the Caribbean island next to Jamaica, and after he paid a visit, Amharic study groups were being started in Jamaica, and the Pan African movement, all Africans and so forth, and that when you deal with the culture of Niger Congo and Nile Sahara, of course, saying Afro-Asiatic, Austronesian, you do see some differences and some similarities, but that's what shouldn't be confused. Shouldn't be confused by things of that nature, because when you deal with different groups have a different principles about right and wrong. You don't never assume that they talk about translating language and things of this nature. Just like me being on this microphone, to Niger Congo is be interpreted by the Niger Congo translator. But you also have the Afro-Asiatic translator. Then you also have the Nilo-Saharan translator. Then you also have the core translating at the sand translator. Then you also have the Austronesian translator. So when it comes to issues such like Pan-Africanism, you never assume. Never assume. And like I said, that was the Amharic. I know all the Jamaican people, based on the historical record, they already know that they Bantu. And that was the Amharic. Tigrinya. Tigrinya was one of Eritrea's official languages during their short-lived federation with Ethiopia in 1958. It was replaced with the Southern Ethiopian language Amharic prior to his annexation. Upon Eritrea's independence in 1991, Tigray retained a status of working language in the country. On the state of the world today to award Tigray recognition on a national level. Aramaic. Say Aramaic is a family of languages whereby they belong to the Semitic family. Aramaic is broken down into three broad periods of history: Old Aramaic, Middle Aramaic, and Modern Aramaic. And that was the Semitic. Now, Omatic languages are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic uh, family spoken in southwestern Ethiopia. South Omatic, North Omatic. The North and South Omatic branches, Nomadic and Somatic, are universally recognized. Egyptian. Egyptian is the oldest known language of Egypt and a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Now, the history, the scholars group the Egyptian language into six major chronological divisions: Archaic Egyptian language, Old Egyptian language, Middle Egyptian language, Late Egyptian language, Demotic Coptic. Okay, Cushitic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family spoken primarily in the Horn of Africa, Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Ethiopia, as well as the Nile Valley, Sudan, and Egypt, and parts of the African Great Lakes region, Tanzania, and Kenya. The Cushitic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. The Cushitic languages are usually considered to include the following branches: Bayer, North Cushitic, Central Cushitic, Agar, Highland East Cushitic, Sadamic, Northern East Cushitic, and Dele, South Cushitic. Now, the Chadic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family that spoke. The Chadic languages are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family that is spoken in parts of the Sahel, across Nigeria, southern Niger, southern Chad, Africa, Central African Republic, and northern Cameroon. Now, the way the linguists group the languages this morning: West Chad, 2 branches. West Chad A, the Hase, Ramboli, and English language B, Badi, Waja, and Zard language. BU, Mandare, Central Chad, 3 branches. A, the Bure, Kanwi, and Bete B, Dume, Musgu C, Gada. Then the East Chad, 2 branches. A, the Tumac, Nansiri, and Kire language. B, Dangaliet, Makudu, and Socorro. That's the Chadic language. Berber language. Berber constitutes a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Say, Berber speaking population speak one of 6 major varieties of Berber: Tashilhit, Kabyle, Atlas, Tamazight, Rivian, Shawi, Tuareg. Okay, that was the Afro-Asiatic language. Now we're finna do the Nilo-Saharan. Nilo-Saharan languages are a composed family of African languages spoken by some 50 million people, mainly in the upper parts of the Chari and Nile Valley, Nile rivers, including historic Nubia, Now it says here, names of languages. Luo, Dulo, language of Luo, King's third ethnicity. Kanuri, Luo, Dulo, language of the Luo, King's third largest ethnicity, and the language of Congo. Number two, Kanuri dialects. Now Kanuri, if they include Kanimbu, Sangye, Musa Zame, Sangye, Musa Zame, Tiso, Tiso, Nubian, Lubare, including Lower Lubare, Aringe, Kalenjin, Mandan, Polka, Lango is a Luo language, Dinka, Acholi, another Luo language, the Maasai, Ngambe, Nua, Fur, Tubu had two dialects, the Zage, Tidage. Now, we done did the Afro-Asiatic, we done did the Nilo-Saharan. Now, when you know about the Khoi people and the San people, you know about the Australians, so we're going to do the Niger Congo A and B language now. Niger Congo, the username was messed up. say the Niger Congo languages constitute one of Africa's, one of the world's major language families. You know, the Niger Congo A and the B. Now, the traditional branches and major languages of Niger Congo, Kordofanian languages spoken in southern Sudan around the Nube Mountains, Mandi, spoken in West Africa, include Bambara, the main language spoken in Mali, as well as Soniki, a language spoken mainly in Mali, but also in Senegal and Mauritania, Ijaw in Nigeria, including Ijaw and Bifake, Dogon, spoken in Mali, and Lena includes Wolo, spoken in Senegal, and Fule, a language spoken across the Sahel. Kru, spoken in West Africa, including Biti and Yahweh and Dade. Sanufo, spoken in Ivory Coast and Mali. The geographical outline in Ghana and includes Sanari and Sutyari. Bird languages such as Mori and Burkina Faso, and a Manway language such as Chambe in Cameroon. Ubangi, Ubangi languages such as Sango in the Central African Republic. Kwe includes Akan, spoken in Ghana. Volta, Niger, West Benue, Congo include the Gibi languages spoken in Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, of which Iwi is best known. The Yoruba and Igbo language spoken in Nigeria, East Benue, Congo, including the very large Bantu family, Swahili, Fang, Congo, and Zulu. Niger Congo languages, subgroups and number of speakers, the Kordofan branch, the Mandi branch, Gambare, Manike, Mindi, Soniki, Dan, Jule, Mandinka, Capelli, Susu. Okay, that was the Mandi branch. Then before that was the Kordofan branch. Now the Dogon branch, the Ijoy branch. Then you have all your Volta Congo language. Starting with North Volta group, Kru, Gur languages, Mori, Omasi, the Sanufo, Sibare, Mumare, and Sutyari. Adamanwe, Ubangi group, Njibake, Sango, and Zandi. That was the North. That was the North Volta group. Then you have your South Volta group. Kwe languages, Akan, Iwi, Bali, Fon, Kadani, Anyu. Then your East Benue Congo languages. Wait a minute, excuse me. No, the Benue Congo language, West Benue Congo language, Yoruba, Edo, Igbo, Nupe, Adome. Then you have East Benue Congo languages, Plateau, Kanja, Northwestern Plateau group, Central Plateau groups, Southern Plateau group, Tarokoi, and what's that? Jukunoid, Kororofo, Kororofe. That's the Plateau group. Then you have Bantoid Cross language, Cross River, Ambibo, and Efik. Okay, there's the Bantoid Cross language. Then your Bantoid languages, Northern Bantoid, Dacoid, Yambaloid, Tuckeroid, and Jeroid. Southern Bantoid, Tia, Ecoid, and Grassfield languages. Then you have your BT, Fang, Lingale, Gikuyu, Kambe, Gusi, Miru, Sukume, Inyamwisi, Swahili, Gogo, Katube, Rwande, Mbundu, Congo, and Yake, Ganda, Chiga, Inyankori, Soge, Enye, Luyi, Nenda, Rwande, Rundi, Hey, Lube, Sangi, Tange, Inyakusi, Ngandi, Inyanje, Tumbuke, Sine, Mkawe, Yoa, Ngulu, Makandi, Mbundu, Shone, Iriro, Indau, North Soto, Pida, South Soto, Tiswane, South Indabidi, Loza, then you have your Zulu and Tisange, then you have Pida, South Soto, Jose, North Indabidi, Swazi, Tiswe, Range, Chopa, and Bende. All that is Niger. All that I just spoke is the Niger Congo, the Niger Congo languages, subgroups, and numbers of speakers. Make sure I show the map. Okay, this is a map. Languages of Africa. The languages of Africa. Now this is the Afro-Asiatic. No, excuse me. This, still on, what's that? No, this is African language, excuse me. No, still, this, all these are African languages. There's another map showing the languages of Africa. Now, this is a map of the Afro-Asiatic. This is another map showing the Afro-Asiatic. Now, this is a map of the Nilo-Saharan. This is another map showing the Nilo-Saharan. It's a map showing Niger Congo. A and B, Niger Congo, A and B. It's another map showing Niger Congo, A and B. This is a map showing Nigeria, the linguistic group. It's another map showing Nigeria. There's another map showing Nigeria. Okay, yeah. Matter of fact, don't forget, all those listeners, don't forget that when you be hearing the news reports about that terrorist group Boko Haram, you know that Boko Haram, that group is a Afro-Asiatic, that's the Chadic. They Hase, they Hase, they Afro-Asiatic, they the Hase, the Chadic. And when they be up here, they say they be having all these terrorist attacks up here in, up there with Kanuri. The Kanuri are Nilo-Saharans. And the Boko Haram trying to build an Islamic state up here where the Nilo-Saharans are. And also, that's where that Chabuk school that where those girls were kidnapped. They were in that area. And it's right up there where the Nilo-Saharans are. But when you look up, when you go on Wikipedia, you find out about Chabuk. You find out that the Nupe, who are Niger Congo, the Nupe, and some some mixed in groups were the ones who started the that community. It's a community around there, but it was started by the Nupe, and the Nupe are Niger Congo. So that's what when you be hearing the news report about Boko Haram, that's what they trying to build an Islamic state, not a Gura. And also that other terrorist group on the Horn of Africa and Somalia, uh, El Shabaab. You already know that El Shabaab is an Afro-Asiatic Kushite from Somalia, and they be having terrorist attacks in northern Kenya. And that's what we hear about that on the news. Sometimes people don't really put too much emphasis on that. Just listen to the news. They don't never pay attention to the exact location and who the people are that live over there and what do it mean. And what it means is that people have a different way of thinking about right and wrong. And so from the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go over here on Wikipedia. I'm on my desktop and then on the laptop is Bing. We're gonna refer to the East African slave trade, Arab slave trade, and then the West African slave trade, which is the land slave trade. Now, when you be on Wikipedia and you go to, they just say you put in the search East African slave trade, where you're gonna get a lot of things to select from. You're gonna get a lot of selection from Wikipedia. So pick slavery in Africa. Pick slavery in Africa. It talks about the Horn of Africa. It talks about the Bantu people being referred to as Zanj, Z-A-N-J. talks about Tipu Tip. It's a um, Swahili man who traded slaves. And there are Bantu people living in Ethiopia and Chad, a very small minority of Bantu who are living in East Africa. And he had a port on Zanzibar, the island port of Zanzibar. So like I said, for all those listening, you refer to slavery in Africa, all the information I've been saying about the East African slave trade. When you go to the search, put in slavery in Africa. Atlantic slave trade. When you talk about the West African slave trade, go to Atlantic slave trade. All the information that I've been putting on the videos, just like the East African slave trade, you go to slavery in Africa. The West African slave trade, all the information I've been putting on the video is coming from Atlantic slave trade. And also, when we were talking, as you know, when we were talking about the Gulf of Mexico, and also you know that there was no slave ship that came directly from the continent of Africa to Canada. All the African Canadians came from the United States of America. And we talk about the Gulf of Mexico. We talk about Veracruz, Mexico. When you go into the search, look up Veracruz City, and also look up Afro-Mexicans, African Mexicans. But look up, I think it's Afro-Mexican. Afro-Mexican. Look that up. Because what you're looking up for is where did the Africans come from? Did they come from Bantu land? Then they come from West Africa. Galveston, Texas was another port that was receiving slaves directly from Africa and being brought back to the continent of Africa. And when we talk about slave ports, in Galveston, Texas, and we go around. New Orleans, Louisiana was a slave port, and we know that Mobile, Alabama received the last slave on the ship Clotilde. And Mobile, Alabama had the ship the Clotilde, and they were trying to use people, some of the people. There wasn't that many fuel at a time like that. It's not that many people. So, okay, Mississippi, Tennessee, Mobile, Alabama. That's where it came. That was Mobile, Alabama. Having a hard time trying to live every day. And the state of Florida, because it was Mobile, Alabama. Being the state of Florida, being an argument yesterday about first of all, the state of Florida was the first state that really received the first slave, because he got more than one hat. That's what. Yeah, he got more than one. So when we be thinking about slave, slave being brought to the United States, the state of Florida in the mid 1500s, the Spaniards, just like they were bringing slaves to Jamaica and to another island nation, Hispaniola, with Haiti and Dominican Republic. State of Florida received their first slaves in the 1500s. In the 1500s, like the mid 1500s. And St. Augustine was one of those ports. That's not the only port, because there's a place called St. George's, St. George's, Florida. Understand? like I say, the Gulf of Mexico. That's why I was looking up St. George's, Florida. It's an island off the Florida Panhandle, and it was another slave port that was receiving slaves directly from the African continent. But, so, although everybody that's listening, when we talk about slave trade, the East African slave trade, West African slave trade, so the people that was a slave, they were important. Just don't, slavery is not something that you understand. And then you have to make sure you understand the origin of the word, because that creates a lot of problems. When you say this word means this or that, you don't need to say it. But I'm gonna end this video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live here in the city of Memphis, the state of Tennessee, and the county of Shelby. I want to thank all my fans for my support, for your continued encouragement and support. I'm continuing to work on my entertainment interest. I continue to work on my music interest. So until my next video, till next time, take care of yourself and wish each and every one of you the very best.